Welcome to the Marshall Space Flight Center 2021 Honor Awards Program. Here's our Center Director, Jody Singer.
Welcome to the 2021 Marshall Space Flight Center Honor Awards. It is such a privilege to be here recognizing so many of you today. This is one of my favorite events. All of you receiving this awards today represents the best of Marshall's commitment to the NASA mission. It's always extra special when we can shine the spotlight on team members for their great work. Because of our people, you are the most important part of what we do. And for our family members and friends joining us today, I want you to know that you are a vital part of our honorees' accomplishments. You are all important part of our honorees' success. Our honorees also could not do what they do without you. That means that Marshall cannot succeed without you either. This year's theme is Reflections of Marshall, a team accomplishing NASA's mission together. And it's so true, working together as a team is essential to what we do. You, our people, are the heart and soul of Marshall Space Flight Center. One of my top priorities when I became Center Director was to ensure that our workforce is prepared to meet the needs of the coming decade, as well as inspire future generations. And hearing all about you and what you have achieved in these awards makes me confident about meeting that goal. Your work and dedication make it possible for Marshall to achieve all the agency's goals of exploration and discovery. Again, thank you for all you do.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker. Bob Cabana is a former NASA astronaut and currently serving as the agency's Associate Administrator. Prior to his appointment, he was the director of Kennedy Space Center for more than a decade. He has also served as the director of Stennis Space Center and has held several leadership positions in JSC's astronaut office. Like the honorees today, he has been the recipient of numerous awards, very prestigious awards during his career, including the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Presidential Distinguished Rank Award, and also being inducted into the Astronaut Hall of Fame. I've had the pleasure of working with Bob throughout my NASA career, and we're so glad to have him as our keynote speaker for this event. Please welcome NASA's Associate Administrator, Bob Cabana.
Hello to the NASA team at the Marshall Space Flight Center. I'm absolutely thrilled that Jody asked me to join you all today for your honor awards ceremony. My only regret is that I'm not there in person. I absolutely love participating in honor award and length of service ceremonies and being able to recognize folks for the outstanding accomplishments they make on behalf of NASA and our nation. It's one of the most fun things that I get to do. I also think it's important to recognize your families. We're in a business that is terribly unforgiving of mistakes. It requires great attention to detail and long hours of hard work for us to be successful. I want to sincerely thank all of your families and friends who provide the support network that makes it possible for you to do the amazing job you do every day moving our space program forward. For me personally, to all of you, thank you for your understanding and support. Now, while I would much rather be there in person with you to celebrate your outstanding accomplishments, it's important that we continue to social distance and all get vaccinated so we can put an end to this global pandemic. I want to thank the occupational health team, employee assistance team, and the supervisors who continually go above and beyond to support our employees every day. This last year and a half, you've excelled in a completely unprecedented time. Your dedication to the team's physical, psychological, and emotional health speaks volumes about your compassion and care. We're the #1 federal agency in the government, and I truly believe that's because of the way we care for our people. We have an extremely exciting future ahead of us, and Marshall Space Flight Center is integral to our success. It's hard to believe that it's been 23 years since I was at Marshall training on the hatch for the Unity node, a module that was built right there in Huntsville. When Sergei Krikalev and I entered the space station for the first time as an international crew, we had dreams of what could be accomplished working together in Unity. More than 20 years later, we've learned so much about how the human body reacts to long-duration missions and how to design and build reliable ECLSS systems to keep astronauts safe, all of which is vital to our Artemis plans. Additionally, through research conducted on station in partnership with academia, CASIS, and our industry partners, we've developed new technologies and healthcare tools that improve life here on Earth for all of us. Now, with our commercial crew partners' support, we're able to bring larger crews to station, allowing us to dedicate even more time to critical microgravity research. I'm also so proud to see the Artemis I hardware coming together at the Vehicle Assembly Building down at KSC. The massive SLS rocket with its 5-segment solids looks amazing stacked up in High Bay 3. And the umbilical retract test in mid-September was awesome. If all goes well, the next time we see those umbilicals retract like that will be on the maiden flight of SLS on Artemis I. It's great to see NASA and our contractor teams, including Boeing, Jacobs, Aerojet, Northrop Grumman, Teledyne Brown, ULA, and Lockheed Martin, all working side by side, preparing the integrated system for wet dress rehearsal later this year, soon to be followed by launch. And as if preparing for Artemis I wasn't enough, you're contributing to manufacturing flight hardware for the subsequent Artemis missions, while carefully integrating the lessons learned from our first-time build, keeping us moving forward despite COVID and hurricanes on the Gulf Coast. My heart goes out to the NASA family at the Michoud Assembly Facility and Stennis Space Center that are still recovering from the impacts of Hurricane Ida. We'll learn a lot from the Artemis I mission, but Artemis is bigger than SLS and Orion. We also have to stay focused on the development of the other systems needed for our sustainable return to the moon and ultimately our deep space missions to Mars. Along those lines, Marshall's talented workforce and expertise are critical in ensuring the success of our industry and international partners, and are also needed for the new Space Operations and Exploration Systems Development Mission Directorates, as well as the Science Mission Directorate. You'll be key in developing human and large-scale landing systems, sustainable surface and habitation systems, and in advancing technology areas such as cryogenic fluid management, nuclear propulsion, advanced manufacturing and life support systems, and other critical capabilities required for humans to travel, live, and work on Mars and safely return. Of course, none of our amazing mission accomplishments would be possible without the continued dedication of our mission support teams. From a large-scale agency transition to Office 365 and continued improvements to our IT systems that enable efficient collaboration across the NASA team, to the exceptional procurement strategies that enable us to cost-effectively secure the best contract support, this team continues to prepare Marshall Space Flight Center and NASA for the future. Not to mention the innovative hiring practices, employee training solutions, new business systems, and funding strategies that keep us running. I can't thank you all enough for your outstanding support and dedication. I'm truly honored to serve the NASA family as your Associate Administrator. While I love my role at Kennedy, the opportunity to serve all of you and see the amazing things that we do at all the centers and in all the mission directorates is even better. My sincere congratulations to the honorees today. Please be safe, stay healthy, and keep charging.
Over the last year, our Marshall Space Flight Center family has faced challenges like we've never seen before. Through it all, you have persevered and made all of us successful. We have 16 unique organizations across Marshall, and each and every one of you make up this body of exceptional individuals that work together to further NASA's mission.
This year, we delivered NASA's Space Launch System rocket to Kennedy Space Center for its first test flight. This is the first step in return to human deep space exploration.
We completed and shipped the first Orion crew capsule to support the Artemis 1 launch.
Celebrated 20 years of continuous 24/7 science payload operations in support of the International Space Station.
Maintained a healthy environment for astronauts aboard the space station by sending a new 4-bed CO2 scrubber.
Stood up a new program office and began developing the next lunar lander to take the first woman and first person of color to the surface of the moon.
This summer, we engaged over 800 people for 35 flash talks, sharing our technology and science in the virtual Jamboree. IXB is currently on the way to Kennedy Space Center, and NEA Scout is already there.
But we couldn't have done it without you.
From keeping our facilities running during a global pandemic to transforming how our workforce works, we moved from traditional office-based work environment to a blended environment where people can work from home or office and allowing them the flexibility to do what best fits their lifestyle.
Helping the Marshall family stay safe at work and helping ensure success by analyzing hardware and software.
We outfitted over 400 hotel spaces across the center so that remote users only need to bring their laptop when working on site, and transitioned to soft phones that both cut cost and enable telework.
We managed all of the funding needed to support over 60 programs and projects managed by Marshall Space Flight Center and provided different budget scenarios in an ever-changing environment.
We're proud to be able to serve Marshall and our employees throughout the pandemic while dealing with the changes and challenges as a result of our MAP initiative.
We've worked hard as a team through MAP to show how the legal enterprise makes a positive and important impact for the agency and its mission.
We buy items and services that NASA uses, from paper clips to rocket parts. We obligated a little over $4 billion for Marshall alone through 2,000 contract actions. That is an increase of 13% when compared to the previous fiscal year.
We sponsored new special emphasis program events to support diversity and inclusion at Marshall.
From a Marshall perspective, we've told the NASA story, sharing our accomplishments to people at home and all around the world. And of course, we're excited about what we've achieved, but that's not even the best part about working at Marshall.
My favorite thing about working at Marshall is it is the hub for human exploration.
From small science experiments to large rockets and landers to carry humans to the moon and beyond, and everything in between, all of that work is taking place at Marshall.
Not only do I get to contribute to the great products we deliver, I'm also surrounded by the most dedicated, intelligent, and diligent people around.
Marshall has a positive and caring culture that promotes innovation and success.
I'm blessed to work among some of the most talented people at NASA. and humbled to know that I'm part of something bigger than myself. I'm surrounded by excellence.
My favorite thing about working at Marshall is being able to work alongside such engaging people. We are passionate about space and furthering technology for the benefit of humanity, but we're also athletes, food enthusiasts, musicians, community advocates, and so much more.
Having the opportunity to work alongside some of the brightest minds in the aerospace business on work that is team-driven, mission-focused, and in many cases both historic and life-changing.
We're all incredibly committed to our projects and NASA mission goals, and we'll do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Hands down, the best part of working at Marshall is the people.
The people.
Definitely the people.
Together, we are Marshall Space Flight Center.
We are Artemis.
We are NASA.
What an amazing video. And I totally agree. The best part of working at Marshall is the people. I think you've proven that time and time again over the last year. As you all know, our mission and our challenges and the demands placed upon us did not stop during the pandemic. We keep pushing forward to achieve the impossible. We talk about agility a lot here at Marshall. It's an important strength to have as a center and throughout the workforce. All of you have shown how agile you are during this period of prolonged telework. And those of you who have been working on site have done so carefully and with dedication and commitment. And so we continue to get our important work done. I know it's that agility, excellence, and more that brought you here today for these honors. Our center is incredibly lucky to have each and every one of you. It's so hard to express our gratitude in this virtual environment, so on behalf of the Marshall leadership team, let me just say how appreciative we are of what you do. And I know you will keep up the good work into this new year. Continue to take care mentally, physically, and let's all pause and take a moment to celebrate your achievements. And now, for the reason we are all watching today, the awards. Again, congratulations to you all, and keep up the good work.
Director's Commendation Honor Award. The Director's Commendation Honor Award is the Center Director's Award, and therefore the highest award given at Marshall Space Flight Center. It is awarded to an individual whose job performance and/or special accomplishments merit recognition, where other avenues of recognition simply are not sufficient. Wade Amos, for exemplary leadership and management of the contract activity for the Planetary Missions Program Office. Nancy Andrews, for outstanding performance, proactive efforts, and knowledgeable experience as an executive support assistant for the Office of the Director. Christopher Baker, for outstanding leadership of the Space Launch System Boosters Electric Thrust Vector Control Subsystem Team. Jonathan Bentley, for outstanding and sustained expert math modeling and collaboration supporting the Mars Ascent Vehicle program. Kevin Burks, for exemplary technical contributions and leadership in thermal vacuum and aerodynamic testing at the Marshall Space Flight Center. Joseph Burris, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in the role of training lead for the Payload Rack Officer Flight Operations Team. John Campbell, for exceptional leadership and contributions to the Space Launch System Program and Exploration Systems Directorate Modeling and Simulation Effort. Crescentia Cannerday, for exemplary leadership and dedication to the development and implementation of the commercial and private astronaut crew efforts. Mark D'Agostino, for the exemplary performance and leadership demonstrated while leading the Mars Ascent Vehicle solid, solid-guided, unguided, and the unguided design analysis cycle study. Edward Depke, for significant contributions to reduce technical risk by completing in-depth modeling assessments describing the structural behavior of the SpaceX Merlin turbopump bearings. Laura Dunigan, for outstanding litigation support to NASA attorneys representing the agency in personal law, bid protest, and Court of Federal Claims cases. Stephen Edwards, for outstanding accomplishments in performing systems analysis of the human landing system concepts required to meet the NASA 2024 lunar landing mission. Mark Faust, for exceptional support in advancing payload operations and executing never-before-attempted remote operations during a pandemic. Donald Ford, Director's Commendation Honor Award, for outstanding contributions to the Stages Element Systems Engineering and Integration Team in leadership and management of integrated analysis. Renee Garafi, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in the role of Facility Operations Lead for the Materials Science Research RAC. Lisa Grady, for exceptional handling of the SLS booster replacement segments, undefinitized contract action, and the propellant, liner, and insulation request for equitable adjustment. Thomas Guza, for exemplary leadership of the Safety and Mission Assurance Avionics team in the performance of vital technical tasks to ensure the Space Launch System mission success. Christy Hales, for continued excellence in leadership of the Bastion Proballistic Risk Assessment Team in support of the Space Launch System. Irvin Hall, for exceptional performance of technical duties in support of the Commercial Crew Program. Kenneth House, for exceptional sustained service in the area of motor and motor controller design that has proven instrumental to the success of many major NASA programs. Lorna Howell, for exceptional dedication and collaboration in support of the Marshall Space Flight Center during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Christopher Jaskolka, for exceptional engineering support toward the success of major NASA programs through significant improvements in the maintenance of cable harness design processes. Maureen Lacombe, for exceptional dedication and proactive management of the Marshall Internal Research and Development portfolio. Jerry Law, for exceptional systems engineering and integration leadership, resulting in the timely development, delivery, and baseline of Human Lander System Risk Management Plan. Francie Logston, for outstanding contributions and teamwork in support of the Office of Chief Financial Officer, Engineering Resources Support Vehicle Systems Team. Alexia Matthews, for outstanding contribution to the implementation of the standard for models and simulations. Sean Maynor, for outstanding technical leadership and accomplishments for the Mars Ascent Vehicle and the Space Launch System. Preston McGill, for outstanding career achievements in the application of fracture control to all NASA human-rated spaceflight systems and ensuring safety of flight across multiple platforms. Roger Moody, for providing superior quality software products and improvement to various critical NASA applications. Joseph Music, for exceptional dedication and collaboration in support of the Marshall Space Flight Center during the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Juan Orphy, for exceptional leadership and technical contributions in the field of guidance, navigation, and control for lunar landers and solar sail spacecraft. Pamela Perez, for outstanding dedication, excellence, and teamwork during the first year as the Science and Technology Program Planning and Control Office Assistant Manager. Rodney Phillips, for exceptional dedication, technical expertise, and leadership in support of structural dynamics testing for the SLS program. Joel Robinson, for significant contributions in technical management for the STMD-funded refueling studies and prototype development activities awarded from the HLS Appendix E solicitation. Christina Rogers, for exemplary achievement providing critical and novel approaches to materials analysis in support of critical welding development on the SLS core stage and upper stage. Daniel Shannon, for exceptional workforce planning and data analytics that contributed to MSFC's hiring strategies and the accomplishment of the mission. Tamara Statham, for outstanding technical contributions, leadership, and integration skills in developing critical functionality for a human landing system Appendix E customer. Brian Taylor, for exceptional teamwork and integrity while contributing to laboratory safety in support of the Space Nuclear Propulsion Project. Sean Thompson, for exceptional leadership in establishing the research systems and payload integration requirements, interfaces, and the architecture for the agency's Gateway mission. Andrea Tobias, for outstanding support in administering the ESSCA contract, including during the COVID-19 pandemic. Douglas Trent, for outstanding accomplishments in performing advanced systems analysis of the human landing system concepts required to meet the NASA 2024 lunar landing mission. Jason Vaughn, for outstanding radiation testing and technical mentoring support to Europa projects. Kenneth Webster, for outstanding data acquisition and programming support contributing to safe testing efforts for both the Space Nuclear Propulsion Project and Missile Defense Agency. Yancey Young, for proactively developing rationale to use non-BPS crew time to complete SCA processing for Dr. German, resulting in significant BPS cost savings. Certificate of Appreciation Honor Award. The Certificate of Appreciation Honor Award is awarded to an individual in recognition of an outstanding accomplishment that contributed substantially to the mission of Marshall Space Flight Center. Renata America, exemplary procurement performance serving the Center Administrative Support Services, CAS 2 Procurement Development Team, and Source Evaluation Team. Ralph Arnold, for exceptional system engineering and integration support, resulting in Artemis 1 booster element electrical ground support equipment certification and delivery to the launch site. William Berry, for exceptional dedication, commitment, and leadership during the development of Marshall Space Flight Center's tiered maintenance program. Tara Bishop, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in the role of Payload Operations Simulation Supervisor. Michelle Borden, for outstanding planning and execution of the HEDO offsite, advocacy for HP safety awareness, and ability to promote inclusion across HEDO. Richie Brown, for exceptional performance and implementing process improvements as contracting officer's representative for the configuration and data management contract. Nathan Butler, for outstanding career achievements in the assessment of Space Launch System cryotank materials and manufacturing processes. Jarvis Caffrey, for exceptional success in devising a method to perform and executing cross-agency radiation exposure testing at cryogenic temperatures in support of space nuclear propulsion. John Campbell, for exemplary contributions in the development of marine operations for the NASA barge Pegasus in support of Marshall Space Flight Center. Francisco Cannibal, for outstanding computational fluid dynamics analysis and insight for the Space Launch System, Human Landing System, and Mars Entry, Descent, and Landing. Dorothy Corbett, for exemplary contributions working with U.S. Customs Clearance Office to avoid delays in the shipment of mission-critical hardware. Rachel Damiani, for exemplary initiative, analysis, and leadership in managing the budgetary planning, integration, and execution of key science and technology office partnership agreements. Gabriel Demingue, for providing significant contributions to Bellows hardware material analysis in support of the Merlin engine and the safety and success of the Demo 2 commercial crew test. Don Denton, for outstanding initiative and dedication during the build-up and test conduct of the SLS core stage liquid oxygen tank structural qualification tests. Keith Dill, for the formation and execution of the Planetary Mission Program Office Lunar Surface Instruments Technology Project's Independent Assessment Team. Alexandra Dominguez, for outstanding service and leadership in the advancement of launch systems and technologies to explore the moon and beyond. Cheryl Doomer, for excellence and teamwork improving the operation and efficiency of the Exploration Technologies and System Development Office. Rebecca Durham, for the development and fielding of the SLS Booster Element Verification Database and establishment of Booster Element internal processes in support of the closure of Booster. Corinne Edmiston, in recognition of innovative and exemplary use of digital and social media tools and techniques to build awareness and support for the Space Launch System program and Artemis. Charles Fincham, for outstanding initiative and dedication during test article instrumentation for ULA Vulcan Booster, Centaur 5 structural test, and Centaur 5 integrate fluid system test. Kelly Fitzgerald, for commitment to excellence, professionalism, and outstanding leadership in property and material warehouse management at Marshall Space Flight Center. Jason Garrett, for exemplary initiative, outstanding budgetary analysis, and leadership exhibited to ensure the successful operations of the Earth Science Office. John Glenn, for outstanding support of the Space Launch System by developing the functional interface requirements between the Space Launch System and Exploration Ground Systems programs. Tanya Green-Howes, for exceptional dedication, leadership, and innovative thinking, which have made significant contributions to the Artemis I secondary payloads project. Stacy Hadavi, for exemplary management and leadership of the day-to-day activities of the Space Launch System Stages contract and the mentoring of current and new contract specialists. Robert Hall, for dedicated and outstanding support to the International Space Station program. Melissa Harkins, for outstanding budgetary analysis and exemplary initiative under challenging circumstances to ensure the successful operations of the Planetary Missions Program Office. Betsy Hernandez Sandoval, for outstanding coordination and tireless effort to facilitate the March 2019 signing and implementation of the joint statement between NASA and Central America. Robert Hederich, for exceptional technology development of the state-of-the-art mission architecture and analysis tool that is crucial in the development of the human landing system. Richard Hibbs, for excellent thermal fluids analysis contributions in support of multiple Marshall Space Flight Center cryogenic fluid management project applications. David Howard, for outstanding engineering support as acting liaison between NASA and the 4 Next Step Habitation Broad Agency announcement contractors. Dale Jackson, for outstanding dedication engineering leadership as the lead system engineer and combustion devices lead for the Talos program. Alexander Jennings, for outstanding leadership of the SLS Integrated Hazard Analysis Safety Verification Panel and development of the Integrated Modal Test Hazard Analysis for Artemis I. William Koshak, for leadership in geostationary lightning mapper calibration and validation activities at Marshall Space Flight Center. Jeffrey Luval, for significant technical contributions to the Earth Science Decadal Survey Surface, Biology, and Geology Designated Observable Study. Joseph Marshall, for exemplary initiative, scheduling, and risk analysis provided to the IXPI project and the Science Projects Division ST-14. Adam Martin, for exceptional leadership while conducting testing of the Missile Defense Agency's Attitude Control System and going the extra mile for NASA and the Department of Defense. Jessica Mccauley, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in the role of Payload Developer Training Instructor. Jamie Narell, for relentless focus on service and others directly resulted in exemplary support to all employees within the Office of Procurement. Jonathan Nelson, for demonstrating outstanding technical expertise and dedication to excellence in performing key structural assessments to improve critical liquid engine technologies. Nicholas Olson, for excellence and teamwork in developing, improving, and maintaining guidance, navigation, and control simulation tools for major Marshall Space Flight Center programs. Peter Pictos, for significant contributions leading to the successful qualification and certification of the Space Launch System Core Auxiliary Power Unit. Ladina Phillips, for outstanding contributions to the Space Launch System Stages Element Team in coordination of project execution. Thomas Phillips, for exceptional effort in developing documentation and serving as the test conductor for the Imaging X-ray Telemetry Explorer Mirror Module Assembly's environmental testing. Christina Presson, for outstanding support to the International Space Station Payload Operations Integration Team. Jonathan Pryor, for outstanding leadership and performance with the assembly, test, and installation of the Lightning Protection System in support of the Space Launch System Green Run test. Sheena Quillen, for exemplary leadership of the Space Launch System to the Exploration Ground Systems Interface Requirements Team. Carol Reynolds, for outstanding accomplishments and contributions to the Next Step Habitation Project, enabling development of critical habitation technologies for future exploration. Mark Roberts, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in the role of Data Management Coordinator. Melissa Roberts, for outstanding performance in locating and securing Volume 2 of the Skylab Operations Manual for the Smithsonian Institution. Christopher Sims, for outstanding support to the International Space Station payload user community throughout the world. Philip Smith, for exceptional performance in verifying structural analysis for the Commercial Crew Program and contributing to safe and successful crewed missions. Louise Strusenberg, for providing outstanding technical leadership for the microgravity material sciences in EM, the agency, and the space science community. Blake Stewart, for providing improvements and high-quality contributions to multiple NASA programs as technical assistant in the Thrust Vector Control Systems and Components branch. Brian Sturges, for outstanding budgetary analysis and exemplary initiative to ensure the successful operations of the Science and Technology Office. Gregory Tanner, for exemplary support of lifting and handling equipment services at the Marshall Space Flight Center. Deep Trin, for outstanding work ethic, leadership, and innovative thinking, which have made significant contributions to the Mars Ascent Vehicle project. Arthur Turner, for outstanding technical leadership and dedication to the Marshall Space Flight Center in the role of the SMA Space Launch System Stages and Exploration Upper Stage Avionics Lead. Jeffrey Van Zoren, for outstanding performance in developing the Solar Cruiser Concept Study Report Cost Volume. David Warren, for exceptional knowledge, analysis, and program support in the area of earned value management data analysis. Michael Willis, for outstanding initiative, creativity, and selfless dedication of time through mentoring in the design and development of the additively manufactured electric turbo pump. Elisa Wilson, for exemplary work integrating the development of contract tracers for the Marshall Space Flight Center Payload and Mission Operations Department. Matthew Zwack, for exemplary dedication, leadership, and technical expertise in values, actuators, and mechanisms in design and development for flight and technology development programs. Marshall Innovation Award. The annual Marshall Innovation Awards promote and honor innovation and creativity in the Marshall Space Flight Center workforce. It is open to all Marshall Space Flight Center civil servants and contractors in all center organizations, both technical and non-technical, and provides recognition to employees who have best exemplified creative and innovative work accomplishments and behaviors during the year. Andrew Brown, for exceptional initiative, technical savvy, and leadership in the development and testing of a new and innovative additively manufactured turbine blade-tuned mass absorber. Joseph Cobb, for the development and implementation of a creative prototype tooling design to improve the pinch force control during self-reacting friction stir welding. Carrie Davis, for exceptional innovation in creating an onboarding model for new hires in a virtual environment and contributing to the mission of NASA in challenging times. Kathy Laird, For outstanding engineering support in the development and continuous collaboration in the area of NASA Electronics Parts and Packaging Program. Marshall Space Flight Center Research and Technology Award. The Research and Technology Award recognizes notable achievements in research and technology development work at Marshall Space Flight Center, directly relating to the agency and center missions and science needs, and which includes hands-on contributions to the success of research and technology development. Frederick Michael, for advancing computational modeling capabilities that improve insight into weld defect formation during friction stir welding. Group Achievement Honor Award. The Group Achievement Honor Award is given in recognition of an outstanding accomplishment which has been made through the coordination of many individual efforts and that has contributed substantially to the accomplishment of the mission of Marshall Space Flight Center. Advanced Concept Office Lynx Study Team. For successful formulation of the Lynx X-ray Observatory NASA Astrophysics Flagship Concept. Commercial Crew Program Natural Environments Team. For exceptional and in-depth support in the natural environments discipline to the Commercial Crew Program. Commercial SmallSat Data Management Team. For effective management and support to NASA Earth Science Division's Commercial SmallSat Data Acquisition Program Pilot. Communications Program NVCT and IAT Team. For exemplary work in substantially improving cybersecurity by reducing the vulnerabilities on all the information technology systems within the communication program. COVID-19 Communications Team. For exemplary crisis and emergency risk communication to the Marshall workforce in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Day of Launch Loads Team. For significant advances in the development and certification of the Day of Launch Vehicle Load Indicator tool, providing critical data to support flight day decisions. Distillation Assembly Upgrade Team. For significant contribution to the ISS mission, delivering an upgraded urine processor assembly that improved reliability. Earth Science Branch Resource Analysis Team. For outstanding accomplishments in the preparation and support of the 2022 program planning budget and execution process under extenuating circumstances. EM22 Building 4602 Mechanical Test Team. For stellar mechanical test support for numerous NASA customers and multiple mission essential tasks during Marshall Space Flight Center's Stage 4 condition due to the COVID-19 pandemic. EM32 Operations and Maintenance Team. For outstanding effort and complex coordination necessary for timely equipment upgrades and maintenance in Building 4755 Weld Manufacturing Facility during the COVID-19 pandemic. Exploration Upper Stage Green Run Acoustics Team. For exemplary performance in identifying an RL-10 test for NASA to acquire acoustics data to support EUS Green Run in building and supplying the hardware to obtain the data. ExploreNet Transition Team. For outstanding performance with the design, deployment, and curation of center and cross-agency sites and associated content during the ExploreNet migration to Office 365. HLS Cryogenic Systems Risk Reduction Test Team. For contribution to the Human Lander Systems Appendix E risk reduction effort, supporting a commercial partner with cryogenic testing of their composite propellant tank system. Human Landing System Technical Insight Management. For establishing the Human Landing System Program Technical Insight Team and exceeding expectations of the Certification Baseline Review. Human Resources Business Partner Team. For outstanding accomplishments of many individual efforts that has contributed to the Marshall Space Flight Center mission. Increment 64 Planning and Analysis Team. For outstanding dedication, teamwork, and resourcefulness in overcoming adversity during a period of record-breaking payload operations to achieve mission success. Integrated Measurement and Command System Team. For outstanding performance in the development and release of multiple overlapping Artemis 1 FSW and ISPE dataset builds, verification, and significant process improvements. ISS/LIS Senior Review Development Team. For outstanding performance in the preparation and presentation of the International Space Station Lightning Imaging Sensor Senior Review Proposal. IXP Calibration Team. For the outstanding efforts in design and checkout of X-ray test facility and successful completion of Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explore X-ray Calibration. Knowledge Management Team. For successful capture of Payload and Mission Operations Division documentation through knowledge management activity. Master Link Deep Dive Team. For exceptional contributions to the Stages Element Office, ensuring highly reliable lifting and handling operations for the Space Launch System Core Stage. Microgravity and Life Sciences Glove Box Team. For effective teamwork, providing outstanding customer service and maintaining 100% functionality availability of the MSG and LSG for International Space Station customers. Marshall Space Flight Center AVAR Team. For exemplary work in improving the center's overall information technology compliance scores. Marshall Space Flight Center Badging Office COVID-19 Team. For exceptional customer-focused service, technical expertise, and commitment and support of the Marshall Space Flight Center during the COVID-19 pandemic. Marshall Space Flight Center Distribution Team. For exceptional dedication and support to safely schedule and distribute mission-critical supply items and support move services during the COVID-19 pandemic. Marshall Space Flight Center Virtual Earth Planning Team. For dedicated teamwork and exemplary performance in planning, developing, and implementing an innovative Virtual Earth Day celebration. MSRR Sample Cartridge Assembly Team. For the successful development and initial operation of the United States MSRR Sample Cartridge Assembly. Near-Earth Asteroid Scout Team. For exceptional resilience, resourcefulness, and dedication in the assembly, integration, and test of the Near-Earth Asteroid Scout CubeSat. Nuclear Fabrication and Test Team. For exceptional achievement in successfully completing a space nuclear propulsion milestone by fabricating and testing a surrogate fuel test article. Orion Stage Adapter Composite Diaphragm Team. For the demonstration and execution of dedication, teamwork, and excellence during the manufacturing of the Orion Stage Adapter Artemis II Composite Diaphragm. Planetary Missions Program Office PPBE Team. For implementing the process planning and budget execution process and exceeding stakeholder expectations in spite of tumultuous circumstances. Project Management Toolkit Team. For exemplary performance and teamwork in developing the Marshall Space Flight Center Management Toolkit. Proprietary Data Team. For outstanding support during the creation of new proprietary data protection process for International Space Station payload developer data. Secondary Structures Margin Issue Resolution Team. For significant contributions in ensuring that Artemis I secondary structures showed positive margins against strength and fracture life requirements. SLS Aerodynamics Computational Fluid Dynamics Team. For outstanding computational fluid dynamics analysis insight related to Space Launch System aerodynamic partial derivatives. SLS Block 1B EUS Budget Baseline Team. For exemplary coordination of individual efforts in establishing the new SLS Block 1B Exploration Upper Stage Office, providing detailed insight and ensuring mission success. SLS Flight Software Design Team. For outstanding performance in implementing the Marshall Space Flight Center in-house developed SLS flight software and outstanding technical support to SLS customers and community. SLS Integrated Avionics Test Facilities Test Team. For outstanding performance in the testing activities leading to the verification, certification, and accreditation of the Integrated Avionics Test Facilities products. SLS Integrated Vehicle Pre-Launch Loads Team. For the outstanding dedication, determination, and innovation to ensure that the ML1 vertical stabilizer and ML2 structural design met program load requirements. SLS STE Structural Analysis Team. for exemplary leadership, dedication, and technical excellence in support of the Space Launch System, special test equipment, and test stand structural strength analysis. SLS Artemis Juggernaut Team, for exceptional teamwork and results by Marshall Communications Team in 2020, promoting Artemis key milestones in support of NASA's Artemis Juggernaut Communications campaign. SMA Industrial Safety Team, for outstanding leadership in mitigating risks due to unforeseen Building 4200 exterior wall panel issues, ensuring the safety of the center employees and visitors. Solar Cruiser Concept Study Report Team, for exemplary dedication and teamwork in developing the Solar Cruiser Concept Study Report. Stages Green Run Lightning Protection System Team, for outstanding leadership in the design, development, test, and delivery of a lightning protection system for Core Stage Green Run. Stages Ground Support Equipment Team, for exemplary leadership, dedication, and technical excellence in support of the Space Launch System ground support equipment design, analysis, and fabrication. STO Restart Steering Committee, for developing and implementing a comprehensive and effective review process of project restart activities while under COVID-19 restrictions. Weather Analysis Display Development Team, for exceptional effort developing the Weather Analysis Display tool used for Space Launch System's day of launch initialization load update process. Marshall Innovation Team Award. The annual Marshall Innovation Awards promote and honor innovation and creativity in the Marshall Space Flight Center workforce. It is open to all Marshall Space Flight Center civil servants and contractors in all center organizations, both technical and non-technical, and provides recognition to employees who have best exemplified creative and innovative work accomplishments and behaviors during the year. Amentum COVID-19 Response Team, for outstanding support and response keeping Marshall Space Flight Center mission ready during the COVID-19 pandemic and restart activities. AMPED Rocket Engine Design Team, for sustained and outstanding achievement in the development of an electric pump-fed engine system for the HLS Artemis lander engine. Impact Labeler Development Team, for the innovative development of a web application to create and manage Earth science images for machine learning. Inside Marshall Development Team, for outstanding work in the conception, design, and implementation of the new Inside Marshall intranet at Marshall Space Flight Center. MAV Guidance, Navigation, and Control Team, for exceptional guidance, navigation, and control system design innovation in support of the initial Mars Ascent Vehicle Architecture downselect. Multi-Mission Algorithm and Analysis Platform Team, for the creation, design, and implementation of an innovative data system enabling new search, access, analysis, and calibration capabilities. Payload Anomaly Report Assessment Team, for outstanding support of the burn down of open payload anomaly reports and process improvements. Payload Operations Integration Simulation Team, for exceptional service to the Human Exploration Development and Operations Office in supporting simulation training for the payload's operation and integration organization. Occupational Health Services COVID Response Team, for exceptional dedication, teamwork, and exemplary performance during the COVID-19 pandemic in support of the Marshall Space Flight Center. Marshall Space Flight Center Research and Technology Team Award. The Research and Technology Award recognizes notable achievements in research and technology development work at Marshall Space Flight Center directly relating to agency and center missions and science needs, and which includes hands-on contributions to the success of research and technology development. Combined Environmental Effects Team, for outstanding combined environments testing support to ND-SB2, Europa projects, Ball Aerospace, and ESAIL during the Marshall Space Flight Center Stage 4 COVID-19 framework. R&T Ramped Chamber and Nozzle Team, for exceptional research and technology development under the STMD-funded Rapid Analysis and Manufacturing Propulsion Technology Project, leading to 2 Best Paper Awards. Tech Transfer Award, given in recognition of directly involved employees who have excelled in responding to government and NASA directives to transfer federal technology development, deployment, or adaptation. Marshall Space Flight Center recognizes the following individuals for outstanding leadership in the development of new technology with exceptional commercial potential for the 2021 Marshall Space Flight Center New Technology Contest, hosted by Marshall Space Flight Center Tech Transfer. Robert Berry, David Edelman, Austin Fox, Amy Keith, Jonathan Lee, James Richard, Terry Rowland, Jason Sheath, Ian Small, Andrew Smith. Patent Award. The Marshall Space Flight Center Patent Plaque is given in recognition to inventors who within the past year have had a patent issued by the United States Patent and Trademark Office in support of NASA. Robert Berry, for 3 issued patents. 1. Bidirectional damping system. 2. Structure movement damping system using tension element. 3. Unidirectional damping system. Jarrett Bone, for ruggedized camera system for aerospace environments. Austin Bumbelow, for method for fabricating a photovoltaic device using computer-controlled system. John Carr, for method for fabricating a photovoltaic device using computer-controlled system. David Edelman, for magnetically damped passive valve. Frederick Gant, for 3 issued patents. 1. Bidirectional damping system. 2. Structure movement damping system using tension element. 3. Unidirectional damping system. Andre Leclerc, for method for simulation of flow in fluid flow network having one-dimensional and multi-dimensional flow components. Jeffrey Linder, for 3 issued patents. 1. Bidirectional damping system. 2. Structure movement dampening system using tension element. 3. Unidirectional damping system. Alok Mujumdar, for method for simulation of flow in fluid flow network having one-dimensional and multi-dimensional flow components. Jeremy Myers, for ruggedized camera system for aerospace environments. W. Neil Myers, for 3 issued patents. 1. Bidirectional damping system. 2. Structure movement damping system using tension element. 3. Unidirectional damping system. Jonathan Pryor, for ruggedized camera system for aerospace environments. James Richard, for magnetically damped passive valve. Paul Schalehorn, for method for simulation of flow in fluid flow network having one-dimensional and multi-dimensional flow components. Furman Thompson, for method for fabricating a photovoltaic device using computer-controlled system. John Townsend, for 3 issued patents. 1. Bidirectional damping system. 2. Structure movement damping system using tension element. 3. Unidirectional damping system. Invention of the Year. The Marshall Space Flight Center Invention of the Year is given in recognition of a recently patented invention which has made the greatest contribution to a NASA program or has had the greatest commercialization success. Marshall Space Flight Center recognizes the following individuals for modular fixturing system. Justin Littell, John Arthur Street.
Congratulations to all our award recipients today. It's remarkable to see everyone's contributions to our mission of exploration and discovery. I know this has been a different way to celebrate and recognize your amazing accomplishments. But like everything else during this period of prolonged telework, we found a way to adapt. Thank you to everyone that made this ceremony happen. It wouldn't be a success without your hard work. Even though I'd prefer to be with all of you in person, this is still the best part of my job, bringing attention to the great work of our outstanding Marshall team. You've heard our Center Director, Jody Singer, say it before, and I'll reiterate it here again. People are the strength of our center. You are the most important part of what we do. Thank you for your dedication, attitude, hard work, and enthusiasm. I know your agility and ingenuity will continue to shine as we enter this exciting time for NASA and for Marshall. You have already accomplished so much throughout this year. I can't wait to see what you can achieve in 2022. Thank you and have a great day.